Right, so thanks, Rose, for putting this together. The key aspects for teacher development in Minecraft. And I'm very thankful that Rose has been working with me this semester because I was teaching 2 graduate level course. One of the course was like I had 40 in-service teachers, mostly teaching primary school. Some of them teach secondary. And this other one, they are pre-service teachers, learning about how to incorporate technology into language learning class. And I've invited Rose to teach with me because this is the first semester I've introduced Minecraft to them. And Rose and I was working on the teacher development aspects of like how, the key aspects of incorporating Minecraft into language learning into the classroom. Okay, so thank you, Rose.
Oh, thank you, Jane, for the opportunity. It was really great to meet like such a distance, your students and interact with them online. It's been really a great journey, and I've gained a lot of insights as well from the frameworks I had been putting together, and being able to do that with you and your group was really amazing. So very soon we're going to have like articles being published to help other teachers also develop in this area. But here we're going to try to help you out during the EVO as well.
Rose created these wonderful slides and genially.
I love designing part, visual design. I have fun creating them. Yes. So shall we start a little bit talking about, why we think TPAC is so important to us? Okay, when I first started, like I had been integrating technology in my work for the past 10 years or more. 28 is when I started really. But that was done very informally. Like I was trying to navigate and come up with ideas to do it, but nothing very structured. Let's say I didn't really understand how to do that integration until I got into my master degree in 2015. And then I learned about TPAC because the research lab used that framework for teacher development. And that was really an eye-opening for me. And that's what I hope it to be really an eye-opening for you guys as well. Janie has also experience with the TPAC. So why is TPAC, so amazing for you, Janie?
Muted, okay. Jane.
Jane, you muted.
Sorry.
No problem.
Shall we go over this Menti?
Yes. Just I would like you to share about, why TPAC is important, because you work with that with teacher education in the university, that you have pre-service and in-service teachers. And this is one of the concepts that you introduced to them, right? So I personally would like to know why you do that. Not so much what it is, but why do you do it?
Well, the reason why, I think, that would involve what it is,
Don't give away yet.
No, okay.
Don't give away.
It sort of give us some guidance of how to prepare teachers to incorporate technology into their classes, considering, yeah, it's, you know, it's like serve as a guidance for me,
Yeah.
and for the in-service teachers as well, for them to be aware, like what are the components, and how do we have all those components within those lessons. So
Yeah,
that's the
great.
reason why.
Yeah, that's great, Jane. So we would like to start with this quick survey.
Yes.
To know if you have, you know, used it in your practice or heard about it or not. If you guys go to www.menti.com and add the code that you have on your screen, you'll be able to answer this survey. So could you
Rose,
please?
Rose, would you like to share your screen? Because you created Menti. I'm not able to access
Oh
it.
no, once they go in, you can go to the next slide. It
Okay,
will show the responses. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I
Thank you.
embedded that. Yes.
Okay.
So we don't need to go and move from one place to
Oh,
another.
great. Wow.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Yeah, I Googled it and I can't find it. Lots of other
TPAC.
The TPAC? You mean?
I Googled TPACK. Oh.
Or TPAC.
Sorry, no K.
It's
Not a-
exactly like
TPAC.
T and PAC.
TPAC.
TPAC.org.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what are we doing?
Well, first of all, sorry, go ahead, Jane.
Go ahead. Oh, we're doing Natalia. We're going
what are
on.
we doing?
We're going on Menti, and we're
Okay.
just responding to this. If you know TPAC, it's TPAC. And if you responded to it, we'll see how many people actually, know about TPAC. Then we will, if more people aren't familiar with TPAC, then we could explain more. If most of you already know what TPAC is, then we'll just jump and skip.
Janie, could you go back one slide so it shows again the code, please?
Okay.
There we go.
It's the code is 840358 and 0.
Yeah, code.
If you go to menti.com and use this code, you're able to answer like one of these options.
0.
Yes, Dahlia. Yes, I can't. Okay, the code. Let me type the code for you. 84.
I'm typing it. Oh yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
We are all helping out here. That's
Yes.
great. That's our communities for. Awesome.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, go to the results. I think yeah. Most people don't or have you heard. So we're good to go. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, this is TPAC stands for technological pedagogical content knowledge. So basically, these are the 3 core knowledges: technological knowledge, content knowledge, and pedagogical knowledge. And when we talk about pedagogical knowledge, most of us here, are we all like language teachers, English teachers, or do we have some content teachers like science, people who teach science, people who teach math, or so basically content knowledge is the what. So for me as a language teacher, English language teacher, I know grammar, I know what is to teach it, when it comes to teaching English grammar. If you're like a science teacher, perhaps the content of science knowledge, like the water cycle, what is precipitation, what is evaporation, and what is condensation, and that's content knowledge. Okay, so here, pedagogical knowledge, I think we are all familiar with pedagogical knowledge, because this is how we teach. And as an English teacher, you know, we use different pedagogies to help kids learn. You know, there or different approaches, like communicative language teaching, or task-based learning, or, you know, different types of pedagogy, you know, how to teach people, to teach kids. And then there's this part where content knowledge and pedagogical knowledge intersects. This is pedagogical content knowledge. This part is how we use pedagogy to teach content to help kids learn. For example, in a class where you think, you know, there's, in Taiwan for primary schools, we have 29 students in one class, and, you know, there are like around 5 students who really needed more help. And as a teacher, I would, incorporate different methods in helping these kids learn how to read, for example. I would use iPad or different types of ways of helping kids to learn the content. Okay. And so this part, technological knowledge, is, the reason we're here is we're learning how to use Minecraft to teach, perhaps, to help kids learn, right? But so Minecraft for us is this technological knowledge. But in terms of general technological knowledge, it could be an app. It could be the use of like interactive learning systems or IRS. It could be any technology that you think that would help kids learn the content, or help kids learn. So this green portion was the core, like, center of TPAC. And basically this is when a teacher knows what to teach, how to teach, and how best to incorporate technology in teaching the content and helping kids learn. It's right here. Okay, so we're using this and this is the context. This right here, the circle is the context, because we're everybody, we are here, but we're in different parts of the world, and different contexts, different educational contexts, and so we might have implemented TPAC differently. So this is the context, and so we're using this TPAC framework and try to use this to explain or teach my graduate level students to learn Minecraft, and to learn Minecraft, and to think about how to use Minecraft for language learning. How to use Minecraft for language learning. Okay, do you see my mouse cursor right yet? Minecraft, use Minecraft, and to learn about how to teach language. Or it might not be language, it might be science, it might be like other
any other subject, right?
Math. Yes. Today I was Maddie. He's my son. He's in 7th grade, and he's learning linear. What's it called? Linear
Equations?
equation. Yes, linear
Yes.
equation. Y equals AX plus B. And I, so I Googled Minecraft and linear equation, and I can't, and you really can use Minecraft to teach linear equation, that concept, and it's amazing. I can share with you more, but okay. So moving along. Rose.
Yes. Yeah. So in order to apply the TPAC to Minecraft integration, Jane and I, we came up, you know, TPAC has actually a survey for teachers to take when we're trying to integrate, and we can adapt it to the technology that we are trying to integrate. So after Jane and I went through the TPAC, we came up with a survey, for example, specifically for Minecraft integration in teaching, learning. And what we found out was that Minecraft, when it comes to technological knowledge, is pretty much about the teacher learning about the installations, about the controls, about the mechanisms, what they can and can't do in Minecraft, right? So that's like you're going to master the technology. And then the Minecraft content, we can actually connect with the language, the linguistic content, by relating that to the in-game tasks like farming, hunting, or building, surviving, creating. You know, there are a lot of in-game tasks that they really leads to language learning. And then our challenge obviously is to create those experiences. Then we go to the pedagogical knowledge that combining with the Minecraft knowledge, the technical and content knowledge of Minecraft, and use our pedagogical knowledge, we can start then applying principles and making sounded decisions about how we want to implement that. Obviously, as language teachers, there are different approaches for teaching, from PPP to task-based learning, CLIO, communicative, you know, approaches. So, you know, when you get, you know, you come with your own experience as your pedagogical experience. And then once you get more acquainted with Minecraft, once you develop in-game skills and knowledge about Minecraft, then you can start seeing the possibilities and start combining it with your pedagogical approach, you know, that you usually use. Obviously, we always go from, you know, substituting what we do in class to the technology that we're using, right? Like sort of replicating it. And eventually with time, we're developing to a more innovative ways of using that technology. But it's totally fine in the beginning, you actually using it and replicate what is, you know, it's very familiar to you in terms of your teaching approach. So I would advise everyone to start always from there where you are in terms of pedagogical knowledge. And then, you know, practicing with Minecraft community of teachers will give you the other skills that you need. Go ahead, Jane. I think that's it for me. So we have another here. Jane, your microphone is muted, okay? Just so you know. We have, go ahead.
Okay, yes.
So we have here a statement, you know, a proposition here, and would like you to reflect on that. And afterwards, I'll give you like 1 minute to reflect on these if you agree or disagree. And then after that, we are going to show you another Menti slide with a new code, actually. And then you're going to add your thoughts there. If you agree with that statement, say why. And if you don't agree with that statement, say why. So would you love to hear what are your perspectives so far? You can go to the next slide, Jane.
Okay.
Thank you. So the Menti here, let me put this in the, I'm going to directly copy this there.
Without mastering knowledge and developing in-game skills in Minecraft, we won't be able to see the possibilities for designing learning in Minecraft. Do you
I hope
agree?
the link works.
Okay.
I'm going to try the link I just copied. Let's see. Oh, just a minute. Something is not okay with the Me. Let me go and fix it. Okay. Actually, no. Wait. Yeah,
Okay.
it changed the code. So I'm going. No, it's supposed to be this
Mike,
one actually.
wait, Mike showed us this. I want to enter a new code. Oh,
Yeah, you need to
okay.
enter new code. But the new code, I must have, okay. It's 7597773. Could you type in the chat?
Okay,
Oh no,
7597733. Thank you.
Yes. 7597733. Not working?
Yeah. Is it working?
Let us know if it's not. Yes, it is working, but you're not going to be able to show the results unless I can. You can give me presentation. You don't need to co-host anything. Just
no
sharing.
You can. Well, you
Allow
can.
us
You
to
can
sharing?
share your. Yes, you can share your screen because.
Okay, cool.
I've made you co-host.
No, it's it says it's disabled.
Really?
If you go to privacy, and just like allowing me for a sec to, I can show the results that's coming up.
Privacy.
Yeah. And
okay.
like allow
yes.
people to
Here.
share.
Can you? Are you able to share now?
Yes, I am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, let me just.
Oh, great.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Floating. Okay, results are coming in. It seems like so far everyone agrees with that.
Definitely, this is the whole point of EVO Minecraft MOOC. Why it is so important for participants to join us in Minecraft. It's not something we can tell you about. It's a participatory culture. Hooray! I partially agree. I can develop in-game skills along designing possibilities. Ooh, I'd like to this person to elaborate and share more on that.
I think here is because the mastering versus developing. A good point. Yes.
I agree. Knowledge is base for practice. It does not mean we cannot practice without. Can you scroll up?
Let me see.
Rose?
Oh, yes, we have more. Okay, which one?
Okay. I'm right. Agree because we get familiarized with the gaming context and giving ourselves the chance to be surprised and amazed with its possibilities, and we could not, as teachers, make that feeling to students either. That's right.
That's a good point, because when you go through it yourself, you can really, have, I mean, like, even though you are different ages from your students, the same, the feeling is the same, I love that one that says amazing surprise, because that's what you get really when you go through the experience yourself. It's really amazing.
Yeah, you know what? Last time, Maddie gave me a fork, and it's like very loyal to me, and I couldn't get rid of it. And Dak took me to the nether or the end. I forgot which one it is, and to get rid of the fork. And then, there's lava, and we rode on a very interesting creature, of which I don't know the name of, in the lava, and I was so surprised. Like, it's so much fun. And
Yes,
I
true.
wouldn't have known anything about that if oh, it's called Strider. Thank you, Maha. Yeah, I wouldn't have known that about those Strider if I weren't in the in game. Yeah.
Okay, so no more responses. I think we're good to go. Let me
Does
just
anyone want to say something about this? Comment or explain what you wrote?
Well, hi.
hello.
Hi.
Hi, it's Mike from Greece. Hope
Oh,
everyone's
hi,
fine.
Mike. Thanks
Well,
for
I just want to
joining
say
us.
thank you very much, Jane, and everyone else for having me. I just want to say that, yeah, being a newbie in Minecraft, like the first time I entered, it was quite, challenging and trying to find my way around and stuff like that. And even though I do think I absolutely believe the more I master the environment, the more I'll be able to design some sort of a learning activity, or something to use in my class. I do feel that my kids have got a lot to offer me. Now that I
That's
do a lot
right.
of young learners, and I started talking to them that I'm following a course on Minecraft, and they go, okay, you can use my server, and I'll show you, and make sure you join my Discord channel, and this and that. So I think it works both ways, I suppose. But the pedagogy and the learning, the design of the learning outcomes, I think you need quite a bit of Minecraft knowledge to do.
You're totally right about your students really offering a lot back to you, like when you, in 2016, 2017, I had after school club. I mean, like, I started just because I want to learn how to set up a server when I started on EVO 2016. And Aaron and I were learning how to do things in a server with Michelle was helping us a lot. So I decided to do one myself. And once I told my students in class, my 6th graders to 9th graders, that I had a server. At the time I started with the Realm. And then they kind of like, oh, can I join you? Yeah, sure. It's, it wasn't for learning English purpose, but I can tell you that I learned tons with them. And the reason I ended up with a server, managing a server, TNT Club at the time, was because they said, teacher, there are so many plugins that we can use for servers, and we can do cool stuff there, mini games and stuff. And I'm like, I don't know anything how to do that. And they offered to help me out. So we started that server. And now with my Mine Academy Club, I have my student who is my pilot student, and we actually starting a Java server, and she's actually helping me design the environment so we can have you guys in the next week, the network week, when we go through like visiting other places and getting to know other communities. So she is helping me design it for you guys. And she's so excited with all the plugins that we have in Java and so on. So you're going to get a lot from your student. Let them come and help you, because they will bring you amazing ideas, definitely.
You know what? One of my students, graduate students, because they had to work on this project, the final project, their Minecraft design. So she was designing the Minecraft world at school, and her students were like, "Oh, let me help you. This is the way you build things, and this is the way you know." And he worked wonders, and he was helping out his teacher, and his teacher came in class, and she was very grateful. She's like, her students were eager to teach and to help out, and so that's just amazing.
Yeah, it is. Great experience for us.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, can
I'm
you go
gonna-
back to, share?
Yes,
Yeah,
sharing.
Sure.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. We only have a couple more slides. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Rose.
Yes, here we would like you to reflect, okay, where you are in this TPAC framework, okay? And also take a little bit of time, what do you need to develop, right? How can you actually, in your journey, achieve new goals in terms of development? So, and you can use the chat to start. We're going to use it. Yes, here we're going to use the.
I'm wondering if everybody has access to this, like a pen, and you could like put
No,
yourself.
no.
No.
No, I thought of like for the chat, because they could just elaborate and go through it. But if anyone prefers to speak, feel free also to come in and tell us a little bit about where you are, like Mike just did, right?
Yes.
Mike just previously answered that question.
Okay.
Very good. So let's see if anyone else wants to contribute to the discussion by telling us where you are in the TPAC framework and what you need to develop.
I think it's kind of a matter of where you are on the scale, because we all have all of these things. You can't really say you are here.
Yeah.
You might know a lot about Minecraft, but you don't really know a lot about how to apply it to your teaching context, or you know your context, but you're trying to learn Minecraft. And as Mike said also, that he could see the possibilities, but he wouldn't be able to go into class and design an activity tomorrow, but he could a year from now. But you have to get started, so if you're going to use it. And so I don't know, I can't sort of, I mean, I'm all over this chart and nowhere.
Yeah, but take into consideration, Vance, that you've been, in this journey since 2015, or even before that, with, the knowledge you developed about Minecraft. And so, you might be quite ahead of most people starting the journey in terms of Minecraft integration. I mean, because of course we all have, our own content knowledge and pedagogical knowledge of teaching in our own context without Minecraft. But then when it comes to Minecraft as a technology that we can use, then new knowledge needs to be acquired and developed, obviously.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yes, Maha.
Sure, Maha, go ahead.
Okay, this is Maha Abdelman. I'm from Cairo, olive tree in the game.
Yes. Our co-moderator, let's mention that.
Thank you. When it comes to the technological knowledge, and maybe it's a little bit also from the pedagogical knowledge. I think what helps me think about how to design something for learning in Minecraft is actually watching the kids play. I started playing Minecraft before Evo, 2 or 3 years before I joined Evo for the first time. And then 3 years ago, I decided that if I'm going to practice what I preach, then I should jump into a public server and learn and practice a language. I love learning languages, and I don't get the chance to practice them a lot in Cairo. So I found family-friendly Italian server and another Spanish server, and I started playing. First of all, you learn about how kids like to play in Minecraft, which allows you to create more effective activities that would engage them, not so that they don't feel that, okay, we're in another classroom. They're playing, but learning. Another thing is that they open up so many creative ideas for activities that some kids are into the economics. They are super competitive about buying and selling and creating shops and so on. Others are unbelievably creative when it comes to building full cities, building something from real life, and so on. Some love role playing. I remember a small kid who insisted that, I mean, she didn't know that I was much older than her. She was, but she kept asking us, Dakota and I, to role play with her, and she created two full stories, and she created she designed the skins or the outfits for it, and she designed the scenes, and she gave us the script that we have to say. And
That's
she was
great. That's wonderful.
so
That's
in any case,
storytelling.
I mean, so there's so much. And then on the Italian server, for example, they created on their Discord a channel where they started encouraging the kids to go, and after you finish your playing, if you cannot come to play because, for example, you have limited hours of screen hours because of the parents or whatever, come on Discord and tell us a story. So they started writing their own stories, fantasy based or Minecraft based and so on. I mean, there is so much just playing and watching kids play so much that we can learn from them. So
Yeah.
I would
It's true.
encourage you that to just go online. I'm a very, very big enthusiast and very big I'm very big on encouraging teachers to work together on Evo, but also see what's out there. So when you search, just put in the search family-friendly Minecraft servers, and you'll get lists where actually other educators may have used them and put reviews about them, what's good about them, and so on. So thank you very much.
Nice. No, thank you for sharing, Maha. You actually remind me also that I like to watch YouTube videos of YouTubers when they are children, like playing gameplay videos, because that also generates more ideas as well, and we can understand how they, actually conduct themselves inside, Minecraft. The kind of things even give ideas on what you should have in your environment to welcome them and keep things, under control, because it's kind of crazy when you have kids in Minecraft.
Yes.
I've had the experience. Anyways, okay, Jane, if anyone else would like to share,
Yeah.
elaborate on your answers would be great.
Yes. I love your sharing.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hi, Katerina.
Hi, so I've
Katrina?
seen some videos on YouTube, yeah. How do I say this? That have used Sims 4, for instance, to make stories.
Mm-hmm.
The only problem is, even if it's, say, in Filipino, there's no English subtitles. And I was hoping
Mm-hmm.
that somebody eventually might show us how, for instance, to use Minecraft instead, because I've seen Minecraft videos as well. Like some of them are even really funny. Like my cousins and I would watch it, but or spoofs, or how do you say it? Like there's a song and then they make it into something else that's funny. But
Cover?
yeah, but if we could use like that sort of thing, like to record like our own story on Minecraft and then
Mm-hmm.
publish it on YouTube, but to have English subtitles, like we could do it in almost every language. I just don't know how to apply the English captions or subtitles to it. So if somebody could show us how to do that sort of thing later, that would be wonderful.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I
Yes.
think YouTube has automated subtitles, like but I'm not sure with songs if they do, if they could recognize like the words that the
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I
song.
feel.
it's accurate too. It's like they make mistakes and stuff, and then some of the videos already have the subtitles into it. So that's what I was looking for, but I don't know. We'll see.
For my students lesson, I work with a story based for input. Okay, so I created a story and I subbed it myself, but with another video that I recorded like me doing it in English, and then I used the YouTube system to automatically add the subtitle. But then of course you need to go over it and check. But I mean, like 85% it gets it right and saves us a lot of time. That was one of wonderful wonderful discovery from last year. Yeah, it's possible. It's really possible. And even develop projects together, like teachers doing it together, can be done, right? We'll get in one of the weeks where we can match, go with other players, other participants in our session, and actually try to develop things together. That could be one project. You could, match up with someone to do it.
Oh, Daniela says that she's a complete beginner in Minecraft, and she guessed that she's in the PCK zone, this zone, and she says she's been using Scratch for students to code in English class. Wow, and that's been great, and she would like to know more deeply how to teach with Minecraft. So she may be in the TCK zone. So she's working on this, moving here. Yeah. Well, yes, thank you thank you all for sharing. And anyone else would like to share?
Nayela just asked to join the EO Minecraft MOOC Facebook group.
Oh.
I just
Okay.
did the request right here online.
Yay. Okay. Great.
That's nice.
And Walton is very experienced in Minecraft. Yeah. Walton, would you like to share?
Sure. Yeah, I've been playing Minecraft for a while, and I enjoy it. But I'm just trying to figure out how to use it more for activities. I mean, I think I teach mostly academic English, and I teach higher level students. So so they're doing a lot of the playing and exploring on their own. But is there a way I can use? Like, I see how math teachers can use Minecraft in very concrete ways.
Yes.
And I get kind of jealous, but I really liked. I've just blanked. It was Maha was talking about drama. That seems like a really cool.
Yeah, that's really yeah. If you could build like if you could tie in your reading and building, building like the setting for the story or the fiction, and then do a role play. That's another possibility.
Also,
But do
also later, I mean, if somebody decides to create their own server at school or hosted, there are modded what is called modded Minecraft, which is not the simple straight from the factory Minecraft, but Minecraft added to it some modifications that other players actually and fan have created. Those modded servers can be super elaborate. They can be completely scientific or completely fantasy. Like, for example, there's one completely Doctor Who server, or a completely a Harry Potter server, and so on. So there's so much in the wild of Minecraft.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yesterday I found this. I was exploring like RPG servers, and I found one that you need to talk to your survival guide, and he teaches you how to set up a fire. And then after that, you go to the master of the kitchen, the chef, and he did you how to cook all the stuff. So it's a modded one. And yeah, there are a lot of possibilities, definitely.
I was going to show you like one of the Flipgrid, like somebody created a Canadian like Minecraft storytelling on Flipgrid, and they had their students tell stories about some historical events that they built in Minecraft and did a storytelling. But perhaps I'll share this some other time, next time then. I can't find it right now. Okay.
Post in our community, the link would be good.
Okay, yeah, okay. All right, so I need to go back.
Yeah, genially. We have still one slide to go.
Okay. All right. This one. Okay. All right. Okay, so this is the language triptych for gaming that I borrowed. I borrowed the concept from CLIL, where they talk about language of learning, language for learning, and language through learning. And I just use this framework to explain what language of gaming, language for gaming, and language through gaming is. And thanks to Vance for encouraging me to write this article on that on TESOL EJ. So basically, I look at it this way. I think that like playing Minecraft, we need to know the language of gaming. And the language of gaming is basically like all those blocks and textures, and perhaps it's what Rose said, the nouns and the verbs. The nouns are the items and, all those different types of blocks. And the verbs are what you can do inside Minecraft, like baking potatoes, fishing, and all of that, or shearing, and so these are the language of learning. Okay, and also for language for gaming, for I would say for language learners, EFL learners, English as a foreign language learners, at the beginning they might not be able to communicate in the language for beginners. But as they, as Maha mentioned, gamers love watching other people play games. And while they were watching, and, if there's enough more comprehensible input, and they learn the gaming language, and also they, their language for gaming would grow, like, and especially like I was so lucky to be in this community, Minecraft MOOC, and my son was able to join Rose's son, Emmanuel, and both of them, they learned from each other. And, you know, they had even created like a International Space Station in Minecraft, and they role played like alien attack. And for aliens they use creepers as aliens, and you know, so it's so much fun watching them. Yeah. And
they come up with the most creative ideas and weird ways of doing it. It's so amazing.
Yeah. So and like I remember there's this one time you know, Emmanuel, Maddie, and was it Jacob from England, who were debating what if the creature in, you know, in Minecraft was is it a llama or alpaca? Do you know if it's alpaca or llama? And they were like having debates on it, like, no, it's no, it's llama, no, we call it alpaca here, you know. So, you know, so this is like a genuine discussion in game that's going on. Yeah. And so, yeah, you know, learn sometimes for teachers, we need to provide the language for gaming if it's for beginners. For more advanced learners, you know, they would, you know, by interacting with the players, they would enhance their language proficiency and communication. And language through gaming is basically because you're immersed in this environment of gaming, and you pick up the language while you're playing with other players. Yeah. So I really like this language triptych for gaming, and it also helps me prepare for, like, if I was to conduct a lesson in Minecraft, I could think about what kind of language of gaming is involved. Like if I were to have to build houses, I need to know there's different types of wood, like acacia wood, like birch wood, or, you know, any, you know, different types anyways. So this is something that I use. Yeah. Okay. Rose?
Yes. So we're coming to the end of our session, and week 2 is all about declaring your objectives for the session and asking yourself, what would you like to develop, okay, with us, together with the community, with one another, by the end of the session. So it could be like a game skills, you know, you might only take the time now to really focus on your game skills in game, in Minecraft, or learn more about the tasks and resources. And I would like to remind you that's not just in game that you can do that. There are Gamepedia dedicated to Minecraft, YouTube videos on how to, all those resources will help you if you take some time to watch them, to read them, the resources out there, available books on Amazon, books online, web pages. There are a lot of things that you can learn more about the tasks and resources, or maybe connect to that, you know, all that knowledge with your own teaching approach, like I had commented earlier on, you know, and focus on how the Minecraft content can actually be applied using my teaching approach. How could I do that? Again, I'm going to reinforce that it's totally okay in your development journey to apply Minecraft using the pedagogical approach that you usually use in your context, that you are familiarized to, like, you know, because that really eases things out for you to start seeing the possibilities. And with time, if you get a chance to actually put that in practice with a few students, you know, tested out your ideas. That will give you an idea on how to keep, you know, developing to a more complex use and develop other ideas, or just jump in and test new things, no problem too. You know, don't be afraid to do anything wrong, because this is like learning really experience. So take the opportunity to do whatever you feel like. Something, Jane, is that you?
That's right. That's a reminder that we need to wrap up.
No, it's good, because, you know, the session was designed for 1 hour only, and we are right on time. So that is great. So I think for this week, you know, it's time for you to like get your head around what you really want to get from our session. And we've already posted the missions for this week that attend live in-game events, and also declaring your goals for the session and sharing that with our community. So I've already posted on Facebook the instructions there on how to get started. So Jane, please wrap up.
Yes, thank you very much for coming and for your participation. I really love your sharing on the TPAC, where like which area you're working on, and this area is your expertise and all that. And thank you for coming. If you have any like more feedback or discussion, we could all move our discussion on to our Facebook group, and like to interact with you more there in our Facebook page. Vance, do you want to add anything else? And Laura?
Laura is here too.
Yes, Laura is our moderator as well in Maha.
Hello, great presentation. Lots of
Thank
great
you.
information and sharing.
Thank you.
All right, I didn't unmute. Yeah, please join us in Minecraft. This is really good to have the pedagogical background. It's really useful and very interesting presentation, and it's good to have these from now and then. But please come join us in Minecraft, and that's where we can put these ideas into practice. So that'd be very nice. If you need to know how to do that, you can write any of us or send a message to Facebook or Groups.io, or write us personally, or write Bobby here.
Yes. for the
Secretary.
wrapping up moment. Nice.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Hi, nice to see you all.
thank you everyone.
Okay,
Thanks
bye-bye.
for coming.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. See you soon.
Okay, see you in
See you
Minecraft.
soon.
See you soon. See you in the Minecraft. Okay. Gonna stop sharing.
Yes.
Oh, somebody just came in.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Oh, well, it was recorded, right?
yes, it's recorded.
Yes. I'm trying to. I would like to save the chat actually to read
Okay.
the response. I wasn't able to read everything, focusing on the session.
You'll get the chat. If
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Jane will get later. Yeah.
If you want, I
Okay.
can put it in the archive.
Oh, okay, great.
Oh, that would be nice. That
Or
would be
to put it in,
nice.
yeah, wherever you put it, I'll link to it. Or if you pass it to me, I'll put it in the archive.
Oh, that would be awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Rose, for putting this session together.
We did, right?
I know, but you did most of.
I had to nudge you, to do it with
I
me.
know you did most of the work. I mean, Vance, did you know that I had a professional photo shoot in Minecraft the other day?
With the
No.
photo booth and everything.
Professional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rose set up a photo booth, like a professional photo booth with a gray blocks background so that she could, she could edit me out. Like,
oh, so can we see it somewhere?
Like this.
It's there, right in front on the slide. Only her
Thanks
image.
for participating.
Look like this. My character, my avatar, her avatar.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, I had a professional photo shoot in Minecraft.
I thought you were talking about the one where Matty was shooting fireworks directly at the camera.
Oh no!
That was a good one, actually. Very colorful.
Yeah, fireworks is beautiful.
Yeah.
The kids love it because it's really fun. In Mine Academy, Emmanuel and the other boy who was working on projects, they created a maze mini game. And then at the end, it would fire, the fireworks to say that you won or you got to the end of the game course, and some cake as well. They would get like firework and cake.
Yeah.
So yeah, they love it because it's beautiful, definitely. Yeah.
Who's next? Isn't Maha doing something?
Jamie, could you stop recording?
Okay, I'll stop.
Thank you.
You had stopped recording.
I thought so too, but
doesn't matter. I mean, actually, it's good to pick up all of this stuff. I like to keep recordings going.
No, it's because when we share it, like very long, people get. So the shorter, the better.
True.
I also need to stop the stream.
Ah, good. Where were you streaming to?
To my YouTube. I don't know how to stream onto Facebook.
Oh, that's really easy. I can show you in screen share.
And I also had trouble like working with OBS on capturing just the Zoom. I couldn't just, I don't know. So anyways, the Zoom app, I had to do it for like the whole screen. And so,
isn't that redundant though? Why would you? I mean, you get.
I don't know. How do you do it?
Well, you get an MP4 recording.
Yes.
You upload that to. But of course, it is useful to show the screen because it's different from the recording. I've done that before. I recorded in Camtasia, but you're streaming it, which is even better. In fact, I'm going to have to get my OBS skills up to snuff because it's going to be a lot less time consuming to just do it and forget about it, because Camtasia is time consuming. It sucks you into perfection and call outs and things like that. Spend the whole day on things like that.
I'm still learning OBS. I'm still, playing with it. Not perfect. You can see my stream.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we could pick each other's brains if you want. Because I need to get back into it. It's going to actually save me time. So anyway, so who's next? Something's tomorrow. Or something. Is it Minecraft?
Somebody's tomorrow?
Sura.
Oh, Sura's tomorrow. So it's Laura is tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
It's in the live events page.
Yes.
So.
That's
but
great.
it's also Olive Tree.
Yes, Laura started it, and because I'm available at the same time, so we decided to do something together. And she created a very nice miner skin and gave me a copy of it. I made some changes, so I changed the color, and now we have 2 colors of miner skin.
Okay. Yeah.
That's great.
Okay. We'll look into that when it comes.
Okay.
So right now, Jane and I need to get to bed.
Oh yeah. 11 o'clock for us.
I don't know how it sounds, but anyway. Yeah.
No, Bobby.
We're in. We need to get to bed.
Vance and Bobby needs to get to bed.
And Jane and Matty need to go to bed.
Yeah, that's right.
Jamie gets to bed very late.
Yesterday she
no,
was
I need to work
working
on
with
the.
me.
I
Oh
need-
my God.
Thinking.
Yeah. All
Aye,
right.
aye. So we have a late comer, Karen. She was
Mhm.
just chatting there. I sent her the link of
Mhm.
YouTube already.
Mm-hmm.
If she wants to say hello, that's okay too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
by the way, I whitelisted everybody I possibly could. I took all the names and everybody I could whitelist. I mean, you can't whitelist them all because they gave the wrong, they didn't give a name, or they
Mhm.
or it was
Yeah.
wrong.
Mm-hmm.
There's no such. So I whitelisted everybody, the ones from Burma, and
Mm-hmm.
anyway. So you can look in there.